So the MSTI program was designed by a group of leading faculty at UW that all work with the space of emerging technology, but are coming from different departments and disciplines and fields, such as business or design or technology development. The program was designed with the concept of a T-shaped skill set, or developing areas of complementary breadth and depth skills and knowledge relevant to industry roles in technology product development and innovation. The program was designed to equip learners to think and approach technology product development and innovation from an interdisciplinary, balanced lens, and that includes hands-on skill in iterative design of new applications for emerging technologies, as well as understanding and designing for the impact of those technologies to people, organizations, and the environment. We look for applicants who are interested in developing a broad interdisciplinary perspective, either to build on an area of depth that they already have, or perhaps to pivot and broaden their potential career path. The students or applicants that are the most successful in our program are typically comfortable in trying new things that they have never done before or aren't an expert in, and stretching into new areas. Whether it might be learning to develop an algorithm to process data for the first time, or trying their hand at interviewing an end user to learn insights, and understanding how each of these different knowledge and skill areas fits into the bigger picture of team-based, responsible technology innovation. In addition, we seek learners who are curious, active collaborators, who are adept at working with and learning from others. So we look for applicants also who have a growth mindset, who are creative, curious, and have aptitude and interest to learn both the fast-moving technical hands-on skills and the broader business strategies and human implications of technology. We seek learners who demonstrate a passion and a point of view for how these emerging technologies can bring about a better future, and they want to roll up their sleeves and tackle these relevant projects and opportunities. So the Launch Studio is the final comprehensive project that encompasses the last 2 quarters of the program. It's an opportunity for students to work on a more robust real-world project alongside a faculty or industry sponsor and apply what they've learned to a specific business challenge or opportunity. So students apply everything that they've learned to research, design, and develop working functional prototypes that can demonstrate how emerging technologies can contribute to addressing a key challenge facing society today. Some examples of past projects include topics like managing and fighting wildfires, supporting families who might be experiencing homelessness, addressing the environmental impact of the ever-expanding footprint of AI, or assisting home caregivers in their ability to take care of their family members with dementia or Alzheimer's. So those are just a few examples of projects we've worked on in the past. Now you can hear from students about other project examples that they've been working on.
Each year, Washington State spends over $150 million in fire suppression, and more than 2 million homes are at risk. In partnership with the Washington State Department of Natural Resources, we created a drone-based surface fuel monitoring system. This reduces the time and resources required to track fuel below the forest canopy, helping firefighters and planners make more informed decisions with the goal of preventing or reducing the impact of wildfire.
Our drone-based system gives forest managers greatly expanded reach. Our system autonomously records, processes, and stores field data and gives users a convenient web application to build a flight plan, monitor drone flight status, and intervene if necessary.
We are very proud of the work we've done in partnership with the Washington DNR, and they plan to begin using our prototypes to collect fuel data in the wild. Our goal is to give wildland firefighters improved tools that will result in fewer fires, a reduction in lost land, and fewer homes and lives lost to fire.
What are the consequences of a surgeon not receiving enough training? A 2008 study found that 63% of major complications are caused by surgical technique error. We leveraged the power of the Microsoft HoloLens 2 to create a multi-sensory training system that provides doctors with training opportunities that are more cost-effective and more available than cadavers, yet are more immersive than books or virtual reality.
Working in partnership with the Director of Technology at UW Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we created an accurate silicone model of a hand with 3D printed bones inside. Our software involves using MRTK and Unity to enable the HoloLens 2 to scan a QR code and display a virtual hand model over the physical model. We envision this technology to be particularly valuable for complex procedures such as epidurals. We did a variety of user tests to ensure that the device behaves as expected and integrated this feedback into our prototype. For example, we tested how close a user could be to the model, as well as how fast the anatomical layers loaded. This helps ensure we're delivering a high-quality experience for our users.
We plan to further develop the system with additional hardware and software improvements, as well as to move to our own proprietary software. We are proud of the work we've done and the potential for positive benefits.
The program is an intensive 18-month experience designed to build students from any background into technology professionals with skills in a number of relevant and in-demand areas. The program has a series of classes that are integrated together in our key subject areas of user-centered design, technology innovation and development, and business skills. Unlike other graduate programs where students mix and match from a set of courses, the MSTI curriculum is designed in a specific order to set you up for the launch project experience. The courses are taught by expert faculty from the University of Washington's Foster School of Business and the College of Engineering. Now let's hear from students directly about their class experience.
Vaisala is a company that makes devices to track environmental changes and collect climate data on larger scales of cities and states. For this project, they wanted to track the microclimates that happen in Seattle and cities like Seattle, where there are a bunch of skyscrapers, and those create some harsh climates during the summer, which causes people to have heat strokes. To track this, we made a very low cost device to collect data from humans walking around the UW campus and actually map the microclimates that happen around the University of Washington campus.
I think for from business and design background students, this program will let you actually have the hands-down experience, how to make this device, and then how can you combine hardware and software together, because this kind of experience is really hard to get from the industry. So from this master program, you can also you need to hands down knowing the sensors and then solder them by yourself and then connect them together. So I think it's really unique opportunity.
So the program itself has helped me to identify first that problems are more important than actual solutions. You can solve something without really giving enough thought to the problem and miss the actual user need. However, the program has taught me that finding the right problem is really foundational to doing the right kind of work to solve the problem. And that involves considering the user, considering the business, considering technology, and how they are all going to work together to effectively solve that problem.
You are working with so many different peers who come from different backgrounds, like technical side, the UX side, the product management side, and the project management side. And you get to learn a lot. And you are just not looking at one aspect of the problem, but you are just looking at number of different ways in which you can solve and look at the problem. You also get to know how to look at a problem from a technical lens or a product manager lens or a design lens. I think all of these are really important, and combining them all together is what makes a product or anything successful.
My startup is called OneCourt, and we use emerging technologies to provide compelling and accessible fan experiences. To start, we're using haptics to make live sports accessible for blind and low vision fans. I've been working on this for about 1.5 years now, and being a part of this program has been a really big challenge with working on a startup at the same time. But one thing that's really cool is that I can take something I learned in class one day, go to a startup meeting later in the day, and actually apply what I learned. A person who'd be a great fit for the MSTI program is a person who's willing to put in work in order to reap the benefits. I say that because something that's awesome about grad school is that you're going to have access to so many different things. You're going to learn a lot in your classes, but ultimately you have to go beyond that outside of your classes to really find the answers and to build something really special.
Over 200 people have graduated from our program dating back to 2018, which was our first graduating class. Our alumni are working in large technical companies and also in high-growth startups. They're working in roles such as program manager, product manager, robotics engineer, software engineer, UX designer, and UX researcher. Now, what we find is over 90% of our students receive full-time job offers in the final quarter of our program or within 3 months after graduating. And one of the best things about studying in the Seattle area is the unparalleled access to some of the world's leading tech companies. Seattle is home to over 35,000 of them, and the number of tech workers has increased by 28% since 2017. Our graduates work at some amazing companies such as Microsoft and Amazon, Google, T-Mobile, and Amazon Web Services. Now, those companies have hired most of our graduates. Outside of those employers, other notable companies that our alumni work for include Alibaba, Apple, MasterCard, Airbnb, Uber, and Expedia. Now, not all of our graduates work at large, famous technical companies, but our graduates find themselves really well positioned for the technology industry because they've spent a lot of time in our program working in interdisciplinary teams, and they've developed the right mix of skills for the modern workplace. Now, in terms of salary, what we see is individuals with a relevant or a technical background, they experience over a 60% salary increase as compared to beginning in our program and then exiting our program. But we also see about 65% of our graduates make at least $100,000 in their first job. Beyond the Global Innovation Exchange, students have access through the broader University of Washington community to a wealth of career development services, resources, and tools. Those are digital tools, those are live in-person, major recruiting events, speaker series, student organizations, competitions. There's really just a wealth of opportunity that the broader University of Washington community provides that MSTI students can take advantage of.
So now let's take a few minutes to talk about admissions requirements. To apply to the Master of Science in Technology Innovation program, you'll need to apply for graduate admissions at the University of Washington. There's a lot of instructions on our website and the University of Washington's website how to do this. First up is the prerequisites. While the MSTI program is open to students from any bachelor's degree and any background, there is a base level of programming knowledge that you need in order to succeed. If you've taken programming classes up to an intermediate level in your bachelor's degree, that's great, that will work. If you've never taken any programming classes before, we have some low-cost options on our website that don't take a lot of time to complete. We want the program to be accessible to students from any background, but we also want to make sure that you're prepared for the technical challenges in the program. Once you have the prerequisites finished, then you can work on the other parts of your application. There's a list of application documents on our website, and they're all pretty straightforward, but one area that we get a lot of questions about is the portfolio. Now, the portfolio doesn't have to be an extensive design portfolio or a complete history of every project you've ever done. But what we're really looking for is 3 to 5 projects which really showcase your creativity, teamwork, and problem-solving skills. Since the MSTI program is mostly project-based, this is going to be an important indicator of who can be successful in the program. Once you have your portfolio taken care of, the rest of the admissions requirements are pretty straightforward. We don't require GRE or GMAT scores, and work experience is not required to join the program, but it would be a great addition to your portfolio. Okay, now I'd like to take a few moments to talk about scholarship opportunities for MSTI students. All applications are automatically considered for merit scholarships when you submit your application to the MSTI program. Scholarships can cover up to 60% of your tuition costs. And in addition to merit scholarships, we have a number of other scholarships that you may be eligible for. So please consult our website for more details. If you're applying to the dual degree program, then you can apply for separate scholarships directly from Tsinghua to help cover their portion as well. If you have any other questions about the program, please feel free to reach out to us via email or schedule time to talk with an advisor. We're looking forward to your application. and we hope to see you in the program soon.